Comparative and superlative adjectives. English Plus 1, Year 5. Let us go through comparative adjectives first. Comparative adjectives compare two nouns. For most short and one-syllable adjectives, we form comparatives by adding er. Let us go through a few examples. High, higher, cold, colder, great, greater, long, longer, slow, slower. As you can see, we just add er to these short and one-syllable adjectives. If the adjective ends in e, we just add r. Let us look at a few examples. Safe, safer, large, larger, wide, wider, brave, braver, cute, cuter. As you can see, we only add r to these adjectives. If the two syllables adjective ends with y, we just change the y to I and add er. Let us look at a few examples. Pretty, prettier, happy, happier, heavy, heavier, angry, angrier, dirty, dirtier. So we just change the y at the end of this adjective and change to I and add er. If the adjective ends in vowel and consonant, we double the consonant and add er. These are a few examples of vowel and consonant. For example, big, hot, wet. Let us look at a few examples. Fat, fatter, thin, thinner, sad, sadder, hot, hotter, flat, flatter. So we just double the consonant, for example fat there, so we double the T and we add er. For other adjectives with two or more syllables, we don't change the adjectives. We put more in front of it. For examples, beautiful, more beautiful, interesting, more interesting, expensive, more expensive, important, more important, colorful, more colorful. As you can see, all of these adjectives are three syllables adjectives, so we just add more in front of the adjectives. However, some comparative adjectives are irregular. Let us look at a few examples. Good, better, bad, worse, little, less, much, more, far, further. And don't forget this rule, we use a than in comparison. Let us look at a few examples. The first example, Anne's hair is longer than mine. The comparative adjective here is longer than. The second example, the dog is bigger than the cat. The comparative adjective here is bigger than. The third example, a peacock is more beautiful than the eagle. The comparative adjective here is more beautiful than. Okay, so now we go to superlative adjectives. For most short adjectives, we form superlatives by adding est to the adjectives. Let us look at a few examples. High, higher, highest, cold, colder, coldest, great, greater, greatest, long, longer, longest, slow, slower, slowest. As you can see, we just add est to these adjectives. If the adjective ends in e, we just add st. Let us look at a few examples. Safe, safer, safest, large, larger, largest, wide, wider, widest, brave, braver, bravest, cute, cuter, cutest. So it's very easy, you just add st to these adjectives. If the two syllables adjective ends with y, we just change the y to iest. Let us look at a few examples. Pretty, prettier, prettiest. Happy, happier, happiest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Angry, angrier, angriest. Dirty, dirtier, dirtiest. So we just change the y and add iest. However, we sometimes double the consonants. Let us go through a few examples. Fat, fatter, fattest. Thin, thinner, thinnest. Sad, sadder, saddest. Hot, hotter, hottest. Flat, flatter, flattest. Some superlative adjectives are irregular. Let us look at a few examples. Good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, little, less, least, much, more, most, far, further, furthest. So these are all examples of irregular adjectives. don't forget that we use the with superlative adjectives. Let us look at a few examples. Joe is the smartest boy in the class. The superlative adjective here is smartest, and then we add the in front of the word smartest. The second example, math is the hardest subject in school. The superlative adjective here is hardest, and we add the in front of hardest. And the last example, Linda is the youngest in her family. The superlative adjective here is youngest, and we add the in front of it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Patricia George. Please like and follow my Facebook page, www.facebook.com/EnglishKidsSR, and please visit my website, www.cikgupatricia.com.